Good everybody. Good afternoon. How are y'all doing today? Good, I hope. All right. Let me just pull my chat up and we can get right into it. Hey, Hot Air. Who else is in here? Hey, Miss Diva One. Hey, Kitty Cadillac. Hey, Allie. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let me get this chat up and we can start. All right, there we go. Hey, Storm. All right, so, guys. Just in case y'all haven't been paying attention lately, it's been a little quiet, but it has been going down all at the same time. It's one of those like really weird spaces that the beef sector can get in sometimes. So I'm just gonna start from like the most major stuff I've seen in the past couple of days since the last time I talked to you guys. Hey Mixology, hey December Baby, hey AB, hey Leanne 2.0. So I'm gonna start with the cleanup, the last cleanup that James did. Y'all know he cleaned up Brian, and some other people got caught in the crossfire as well. So, the main thing that I took away that I agreed with James's cleanup is that James told Brian to come back with something new, and he did. He came back with some little song, some little ditty that he made up about James, and it was cute. But it lost its luster because he played it like 1,000 fucking times back to back. And after like the fourth time, I kind of clicked out of the video, and I came back on a replay, and I did finish the video, but once he started playing that little song he created back to back, it lost its luster for me. And then, like James said, James and Deirdre dropped in the chat, and he kind of lost his shit. So I did agree with that part too, and that shit was hilarious. I love seeing people lose their fucking shit on here. It is the most funniest stuff I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Miss B said, "Cause most of these hoes are boring." Well, you know what, Miss B? That's why you got to catch them on the replay and hit that 1.75 speed and speed that shit up a little bit. I don't know if it's a lot of these people are boring or if it's just they talk too fucking slow and they say too much fluffy shit in between getting to the point. So I'll put a bitch on double speed and like zoom real fast through they fucking live. And technically, when you do it that way, it kind of hurts them because you're not spending as many watch hours over there. So it is what it is. Yeah, they do get to repeating themselves. Storm Kwani is a real bad one for repeating herself, but I believe she repeats herself so she can have time to think with her little pea brain to move on to the next subject or the next thing she wants to think about. I also believe a lot of people repeat themselves because their chat don't be moving fast enough, and they be needing a little help from the chat. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. I need a little help from the chat. So, excuse me, guys. I caught a fucking cold. I know y'all have heard me sniffling and sniveling these past couple of lives, and I done fucking around and caught a goddamn cold. So I might be a little sniffly. I might cough a couple of times. Excuse me in advance. So, like I said, these people they do a lot for those watch hours. They give you a lot of fluff, a lot of quietness, a lot of unnecessarily pauses and shit just to beef up them watch hours. Them bitches don't be fooling me. But anyways, let's get back to it. Um Brian's video, he had a lot of correct assessments about James also. Um, he did circle back to some of those old pictures of Milan Trejor and he dragged the shit out of Milan. Oh, thank you, Flower. I appreciate it. I've been rubbing down with Vicks and drinking me some peppermint or mint tea or whatever, so I'm feeling a little better. But anyways, like I said, Brian, his assessment was correct also, and he was talking about James and those throwbacks. And at one point, I believe Brian said that James looked like a foil wrap burrito in a dress. And bitch, I hollered. Because y'all know, like the breakfast burritos, especially if you make them at home and you wrap them in foil, how after a couple of days, because I like to make my breakfast burritos a couple days ahead, right? So I'll make like four and put them in the refrigerator or whatever. Like that last one, the foil in that motherfucker be all crinkled up. It's like a round crinkled tube. And that's definitely what that dress was given in that Sean Bradley video. So Brian did make a lot of good points in his video as well. Oh, but James, in his cleanup, as he likes to do often, he calls it a roundhouse kick. I call it a jack slap. Oh, thank you for the share, babe. I appreciate it. Thank you. So James calls them roundhouse kicks. I call them jack slaps. So during his cleanup, he also jack slapped the shit, excuse me, out of Captivating Christian, like out of nowhere. I will have to go back and watch it again to see where the fuck that shit came from. But to me, it was like out of left field. He jack slapped the shit out of Captivating Christian, spilled his tea about having an alleged peg leg. Bitch, I was hollering. He said Captivated Christian is a whole catfish out here because he is catfishing the girls, sending all them greasy dick pics. Not only did James say dick pics, he said greasy dick pics, bitch. He said Captivated Christian be sending around greasy dick pics, but hiding that little bum leg. So I think I'm subscribed to Captivating Christian. But I don't get his notifications. If I am, I'm gonna have to check on that because some people, even though my bell is wrong, I still don't ever get their notifications. I literally have to go check on them. So I'm gonna skedaddle on over there probably later on today and see if he had any remarks or any clapback at Mulva dragging his alleged bum leg because I've never heard anybody else say it. But then again, Captivating Christian is not really one of these people out here that gets talked about to the point to where we would all know if he had a bum leg and it had been discussed previously. Miss B said, which leg? The third? Miss B, you better stop. Brooklyn Star said, said, I bet JC likes them dick pics. Well, he did mention that the dick was greased up several times. So I think that was, oh, he responded, Sarkonos? I'm gonna have to go over there and see what the response was. Sarkonos, before I go over there, is it worth me even going over there to see the response? Because if it's not worth it, I'm just gonna save my fucking time. So, but like I said, he did mention several times that the dick was real greased up. So he told him to take some of that grease and rub it on the leg, and maybe the bitch will grow. Oh, I swear the fucking B sector is undefeated with this shit. Like I hear a lot of people saying that Big O is like some serious shit going on over there on Big O, but the little clips and stuff that I see, the shit don't be funny. Like yeah, they be beefing and stuff, and they be saying some shit, but it don't be funny. Like I need a punchline with my nastiness. I just straight up nastiness can be okay sometimes, but I prefer a punchline with my nastiness. It just makes it even more better. It's clever. It makes it even more clever, right? But anyways, after the James and the Brian thing kind of finished itself up, I noticed that Rita and Mimi had gotten to it. And initially what I saw happen was Mimi posted something about wanting somebody to send her some pizza and wings and soda or something. Cause y'all know Mimi, she claims that she stayed right begging. So she posted something cute and kitschy on her community tab, and I guess Rita thought that Mimi was shading her, and Rita went live and started going off on Mimi. So Mimi responded, and then Rita responded like 3 more times or whatever. I really couldn't get into Rita's videos. I got into one of them, and just to really hear what her issue was. And Rita was talking kind of like a regular person. She wasn't doing all that Doug shit and looking off into the distance. So I was able to get into it a little bit. And what I heard in that video, what I heard Rita say was, I guess at this point in their beef, it may have been the next day or the day after. It was a situation where somebody, I guess Mimi had said that Rita had said something about her kids, and Rita was saying that she never said nothing about the kids. She only had an issue with Mimi, and Rita was playing some receipt over and over, trying to make her point. It was really a non factor in the whole situation, in my opinion. So the situation with Rita and Mimi progressed into Mimi being over there on Mother and Daughter's channel, and they had what they call a pizza party because Rita Rita has been getting into her motherfucking feelings so much around pizza and all things pizza concerned and considered that they decided to have a fucking pizza party to really get that bitch in her feelings. But the pizza party had a little snafu like around the middle part. It was a food fight at the pizza party because Cookie brought her dusty ass over there on Daughter's page when everybody was just chilling, having a good time. Cookie brought her stinking ass over there, convict ass over there, fucking harassing people, talking shit in the chat to Mimi. So I guess what's been going on, I haven't really been paying attention because I don't watch Cookie, but allegedly Cookie has been coming at Mimi for a couple of days saying little slick shit. Like I said, I don't know, I don't watch the bitch. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. So, Cookie's in the chat talking shit, and Cookie ends up hitting the link. Cookie gets up there with her scruff McGruff ass, testosterone filled, manly, bull dagger dykey voice, and she's like screaming at Mimi while Mimi is just talking to her regular, like chilling and shit, right? And then Cookie starts dragging the baby and talking about the baby, Mimi's baby. And Mimi, it's just not even fucking affecting her at all. She's like, just whatever, bitch, and saying her shit. So that really pisses Cookie off. Really pisses Cookie off. So she drops down, hops back in the chat, talking shit. Everybody in the chat is dragging this bitch. And for whatever reason, Cookie keeps saying, like, she's not at home. She's not at home. Like, bitch, what do you not being home have anything to do with you jumping on this link several times and jumping off? Cookie jumped up there 2 or 3 times. I want to say 2 times and jumped off real quick. And when she jumped up there, she really had no drag for Mimi per se. She only had a drag for her child, which is weak and lame. Like, if you're going to drag a bitch, especially like starting off, that's not where you can start off at, Cookie. You got to start off with the character of that bitch. You got to start off with things that you've seen over the time that you've been watching that bitch that rub you the wrong way, but you really didn't say anything because you didn't have a problem with that bitch. That's where you start off, Cookie. Not with the fucking child. Exactly, mixology. Hella fucking weak. So, Cookie got her feelings hurt and ran off into the distance. And I guess she went over there on her page and did a response video once she got home. I don't know. But if y'all want to see a good drag, y'all need to go over there and watch Daughter's video from yesterday, Daughter here. Because I'm telling you, not only did Mimi drag that bitch, the chat was dragging. Shit was hilarious. Had a good time over there. So, after that went down, it was a situation with Deanna, excuse me, with Deanna and Jay Wilson. Hey, a snack name Al. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Bird. Hey, Yusuf. So, after the situation with that whole pizza party thing, Deanna and Jay Wilson got into it. But in my opinion, excuse me, guys. In my opinion, Jay Wilson was like slick clout chasing. He could not wait to fucking run his ass across the street and build his little raggedy ass CVS across from her Walgreens. So Deanna had a StreamYard party. She had said that she got the StreamYard subscription, so she kicked it off by having a StreamYard party. It was very fun and entertaining. She had who was up there? James was up there. Deidre, Tim Blaine was up there. Kwani hopped up there at one point, and I'm sure it was other people. William Carruthers hopped up there real quick. I feel like I'm missing probably two more people who kind of stopped through. So, it was fun. They were having a good time. But like I said, Kwani hopped up there for a second. And when Kwani hopped up there, Jess Net had like fucking flashbacks, PTSD flashbacks. I don't know what happened to her ass, but she spazzed the fuck out like all of a sudden. Net was cool until that point. Soon as Kwani hit the link, Net spazzed the fuck out and started cussing Quan Dog down about some shit that had happened like 2 years ago involving Bless Watkins and a bonnet from Deanna and a tag on the bonnet. Like that was literally the reason that Net decided today was gonna be Mad Day with Kwani's ass. It was fucking random, weird as hell, and absolutely fucking gold as far as content because that bitch went completely Rambo. And I don't know. Like I said before, that Net was cool. She was talking and stuff, but I really wasn't paying attention to her. After that little blow up with Kwani, she became very vocal and very I don't want to say pushy on the panel, but she was the one talking the most, and she was talking over everybody. And I had a little feeling that maybe Net had been drinking a little bit. Hey, Miss D. I felt like Net had a couple of sips. But it wasn't early in the morning. It was definitely afternoon time, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But I felt like Net was up there a little too tipsy for her own good, and it kind of spiraled into her becoming almost visibly annoying to everyone around her but her. So for that reason, I left out of the live. I didn't watch the whole thing. I did go back on the replay and kind of like skip through all that crazy Net shit and get to a little bit more of what they were saying. So, like I said, Deanna had a good live, and they did mention Jay Wilson, and they were dragging a little bit, but not really. He wasn't the topic of the live, not at all. But he definitely got mentioned throughout the live. But I guess all it takes for Jay Wilson is a small mention because that nigga went over there and did like 2 or 3. I want to say two 2-hour lives that same night, specifically targeted at Deanna. Like other people were not up there talking about him. Now, I think maybe during the second live, he did get into a little stuff with Tim Blaine. But for the most part, them 2 lives Jay Wilson did was specifically about Deanna. So, like I said, he decided to build his raggedy ass CVS across from her Walgreens, and he kind of did drag the hell out of her. Well, he didn't drag the hell out of her. He dragged the hell out of her previous housing situation, and he did drag physical appearance a little bit. What else did I write down? But like I said, Jay Wilson's lives, they were long. They were like 2 hours long, and he was kind of going in. And Deanna, she held her own. I think she did come back that night and tag his ass with a 1-2 combo. Let me see. Did I write down anything she said about him? Um Oh, she said that Jay Wilson was basically a closeted cocksucker and that he is buying dick from Mark. She also said that he's jealous of her, and she kind of invited him to a sit down. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna have to see you because you talking a little bit too much shit. So we'll see if he noticed that because it was a real small, quick little part where he said that. We'll see if he noticed it and says anything about it. She also called him, and this was very funny and very astute. inaccurate. She called him a hotel ass nigga because he's over there renting out his house and his car and his dick because he's paying for Mark. So his whole life just revolves being around basically a hotel ass nigga. And I thought that was very astute. I said, yep, you know what? Deanna is fucking right. That nigga whole life, he lives his whole life as a rent a hotel ass nigga. Also, I do want to mention, excuse me, I do want to mention in those two lives that he did, and he did a live this morning because Deanna did another live this morning. But I don't know if y'all noticed, Jay Wilson has been slickly over there disrespecting her as a woman. You know how he likes to say he don't call women bitches and hoes and all that kind of shit? Well, during that first live he did, he slickly called her a hooker. Like y'all know how Grown Gums over there says he is a hooker, but he said with an A. So yeah, during that first live, he slick called her a hooker. And that shit took me by surprise. So I definitely took notice. Hey, daughter here. Hey, Tisa. So in the next live after that, he called her a whore. But he called, a whore, and he called her a whorelet. A whore and a harlot mixed. So Jay Wilson is over there breaking some of his own rules, trying to get this good Christmas money. Because he knows the beef with him and Deanna is good money. Because people are definitely going to watch, because it's always entertaining between those two. Never a dull moment. And when I posted something about it, a lot of y'all said that y'all didn't watch it. Y'all was going to wait for commentary on it. Well, let me tell you this. Y'all need to get y'all asses over there and watch this little back and forth correspondence with Deanna and Jay Wilson, especially right now, because there ain't really nothing going on right now. So y'all need to go watch that shit because it was hilarious. Like I said, if Jay Wilson is too quote unquote boring to you, or if you think Deanna's boring, just speed that shit up to 1.75. Trust me, you'll get your life. So after that, I also wrote down that Jay Wilson was over there again, slick doxing Deanna. He's pulling up her previous house, and he found another previous house, and he pulled that one up and roasted it too. So he's still over there slick doxing, but claiming it's not doxing. We see you, Jay Wilson. And I also wrote down that Tracy needs to watch out because he ain't done with her either. You see, he is clearly doxing Deanna, Tracy, and saying he not doxing. You see that he bring people over there across your fucking hovel, but say it wasn't doxing. So who knows what else type of information he will pass around on you and claim it's not doxing just because he didn't put it out. I guess he claims it's not doxing because he didn't put it out. But there are always people in your chat who haven't seen something, who haven't heard something. It's always new to somebody. So technically, it would be considered doxing, I feel. But, he can justify it however he wants to justify it. All right. So after the Jay Wilson and Deanna thing, I saw... I was recommended a video from Sir King because y'all know I ain't subscribed to him. And I went over there and skimmed through a couple of his last videos. And it seems that he has some words for Villanor. Now, I clicked into one of his videos. I couldn't get into it. It was some of that boring humdrum ass shit. I sped that shit up to double speed and I still couldn't get into it. Like literally 3 minutes. I was in and out. So I don't know what his issue is with Villanor. But yeah, if y'all care... He had some type of issue with Villanor. I don't know. I'm sure it was just his bitch assness coming out as it always does. Because from what I know of Villanor, she's fair, if nothing else. So exactly, Miss B, who really cares? So after that, I did see a video from Sir King today. He was in his fifis and he was cussing and he was pissed off that Nika let Kiki back up on her panel. He was real upset. I didn't see his whole video. I just stopped in there for a second on my way to somewhere else, like his live. I actually got a chance to catch a live because I was being nosy. And yeah, he was pissed off. He was in his fee. So I don't know. Maybe later, if I'm bored, I may circle back around and watch that whole video at double speed. Maybe it'll give me a little something. I don't know. But he had a possum up there as a thumbnail. So that gave me a little chuckle. Just really, actually, just as little as the one I just gave just now. So a little chuckle. And the last thing that I want to discuss, because we are done, guys. It ain't really been too much going on. Last thing I want to discuss is Rico was live today. Did anybody in here catch Rico's first live today? His first doctor's appointment live today? All I'm going to say is if you caught Rico's first doctor's appointment live today, then you got an earful. I am not going to discuss what I heard, what was talked about, but you got an earful because he was literally in the doctor's office discussing his medical business with the doctor. So I guess he realized that the shit was getting a little too thick. Yeah, he deleted it, Miss B. He realized the shit was getting a little too thick, and he got off the live and he quickly deleted the live. It was not a very many people in there. It was only like 28 people in there. So hopefully Jay Wilson, Stomp Down, and Mother Ass was not in there. Cause bitch, let me tell you. I was there though. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. But woo child. So, like I said, hopefully them three niggas wasn't nowhere near none of them 28 people or 27, including me, who was in there being nosy. So, but he did a second video. In his second video, he did come out and he gave his little test results that he was undetectable again. And he was showing his little paperwork and stuff and telling people to screenshot it. So I don't know if he deleted that second live because he really was showing like a lot of his paperwork. And yes, bitch, I screenshot. I was getting my screenshots. I'm gonna go back through and read and see what I can read and see. But I ain't saying nothing. I'm just gonna read and see what I can read and see because y'all know I'm a nosy bitch. But I just want to let y'all know, y'all do things, y'all show things. I will screenshot that shit. I'll be over here looking and lurking and seeing and all that. I may not discuss it. I may not discuss it, but oh, bitch, I'm nosy and I want to see. I definitely want to see. Oh, thank you for the Cash App, whoever that was. I can't see right now. I'm on that phone. Y'all know I don't require no Cash Apps, and you have to be really paying attention to even know what my Cash App is. So thank you, whoever that was. Who was this right here? I'm going to delete you. Remove. Them weird people. Them dot whatever people. Storm said, dang, I want to know too. Well, the only way y'all going to find out is if Stomp Down, Jay Wilson, or Mother was up in there. Mother might have been up in there. Y'all know that nigga be creeping. Y'all know he be creeping. So he might have been up in there. Y'all may get a little piece if Rico cut up and Mother has to do another cleanup. Why are you keep coming in here? I don't want your little dot rinse in here. Get the fuck out of here. So, but other than that, guys, that is it. I really haven't seen nothing else. So thank y'all so much for stopping in. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button or the dislike button. Either way, you know your girl ain't fucked up about it. And I will talk to y'all real soon. All right, y'all. It's your girl, Tatiana Bust It Down. Have a great day, y'all. Oh, thank you again for the Cash App. Whoever it was, thank y'all. All right, guys. Have a great night. Peace.